Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, you should go down below and subscribe. Also, thank you to everyone who's already subscribed to my channel. I finally hit 100 subscribers, and I really appreciate all the support and everything. So today I'm going to be doing an organization, DIY, and tips and tricks video. I'm just going to show you some things I did to start off 2017. Getting organized and just everything I did. I have a DIY in this video where I'm decorating a board that I put in my room right there, so I can put I put goals for this year on it, and also so I can make little reminders to myself and all kinds of things like that. So if you want to see that, keep watching. I also talk about how I plan my life and my scheduling and everything like that, and also get new all my books and getting organized for school. Also, I would just like to say that I am not the queen of organization. I try to keep myself organized, but I get overwhelmed and I have a mess. Like right now, there's some junk over here that I need to clean. I need to wash some laundry and stuff, but these are just little things that have helped me a lot throughout the previous year, because I've become a lot more organized with school and stuff, and also things that I'm trying out for the new year. If you guys have any tricks of your own or any suggestions for me or for anyone else, please leave them in the comment section, because that could always be helpful. And without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so for today's DIY, you'll need the board, command strips, expo markers, foam brushes, glitter, and whatever color paint you think will look good in your room, plus some paper. So I'm just taking my sheets of paper and covering the edges so that the paint doesn't get on the board. So starting off with pink paint, I'm just dabbing it in the top corner and just working my way down. And now I'm just switching up the colors and alternating them and blending them together as I go. So I decided to put this gold glitter on top of each gray section throughout the board. And here I'm using some nail glue, but then I realized that I had this gem glue and I used it on the rest of the sections. So it might be pretty hard to tell, but this is actually purple, and then after that I used black. And so I just did the same pattern all the way around the entire frame of the board. After I let the board dry completely, I took these damage-free hanging command strips and put one on each of the top corners of the board. And now I am hanging up the board, or holding up the board where I want it to go, and drawing little pencil marks so I can see where to put the command strips. And then after I did that, I put the command strips up on the wall and then pressed the board into them so that the command strips on the board stuck to the ones on the wall. I gotta get my head in the game. Gotta get your head in the game. So I wrote my goals for this year on the expo side of the board, and then I put things that I need to get done with a thumbtack on the cork board. The next thing I've included is my planner, and I use this all the time. I take it to school with me and I leave it in my bedroom, so anytime I think of something I write it down. I use the monthly layout to keep track of all of my appointments and things I have to do, or like I have to go to, and then I use each day's section for things I need to do that day. So I don't know about most people, but my school supplies never last the entire school year. So I went shopping and I got some more school supplies for second semester. And I got this pink binder. It's just plain and simple. And in there I'm going to put paper and my folders that I got. So let me show you the folders that I got. I got all of this from Walmart, by the way. I got this one that says, "I am dazzling." I think it's so funny. I really didn't want it, but it matched the other two that I got that I definitely wanted. So the other two that are these. This one's like turquoise and this one's green. This one says, "Hello, amazing day," and the other one says, "Do what you love." And I've already put some papers in there that I cleared out of my stuff from last semester that I'm going to need again this semester. And then I also got this 5-star white folder just for like other things, like general stuff. These are going to be like for each specific class I have. I have 4 classes, and one of those is a choir class, so I don't need a folder for it, but this is just for anything extra that I need. Also just got some paper. I think I have more somewhere. Yeah, I have like 2 stacks of this, but this is just college ruled paper, loose leaf, and it's reinforced. It has like the nice rim, or the nice side that's got plastic on it. You gotta put that in there, and this is like my favorite kind of paper. I hate wide ruled paper, and I don't know, I know that's weird, but I just can't stand it. And then I also got a notebook. This is a 5-star college ruled notebook, and it says 100 sheets. It's kind of, I'm going to use this for math class, and yeah, it's really nice actually. I think it's super cute. It's got like a gradient of colors, and then the first page in it has a little tiny folder. So I think that this was really important to get organized for this semester. I have all new things, and I can just keep everything super organized and not messy. I tend to let the folders fill up and get really full of stuff, and I end up putting papers in different folders. So I'm trying really hard to keep everything with each class together. That way I don't end up losing stuff, or it's not chaotic when I need to look for something. So yeah. So I also wanted to just talk about some tips to use in your everyday life and everything like that I can't actually show you because they're things you have to do and I have to do throughout each day. So first of all, this is super hard for me, but I think the cleaner you keep your room and the neater you keep your stuff, even if you're not like OCD about it and it's not super like organized, if you have less clutter, for me, I always feel less stressed out, and I get stressed out a lot. That actually, if I'm stressed out, it's harder for me to get things done. So if I keep my room mostly clean like throughout the week and stuff, I can focus more on things I have to do in school and filming YouTube videos and getting to dance class and the other things. So I think that's important, even though I'm not perfect and I don't keep mine clean all the time. It does help. I always feel super less worrisome and like I have less to do and less overwhelmed whenever I keep things clean. Another thing that I normally always do and am really striving to stick to is setting goals. So I know a lot of people say they have New Year's resolutions, which yeah, that's the same thing. And I don't necessarily make new goals at the beginning of each year, but normally I continue them or set goals for myself throughout the year as well. So I think that that's very important, because if you're working towards something, you're just better off and you have a plan. There's like short-term goals and long-term goals, and just because you set a goal for the year doesn't mean you're going to achieve the goal in that year. So I set goals for myself just for life, and then also like short-term goals, just like little things like get my split. I've never had a split in my entire life, and I dance, and a lot of people do, but I'm super, super close to it. I consider that like a short-term kind of like physical goal, whereas I'm trying to build up my YouTube channel. I kind of consider that a long-term goal. So just like different things, and I think it's important to set those goals. And I also think it's important to not make your goals or plans so much that you can't actually handle them. Like, you need to set something that's attainable and that you actually you have a possibility of reaching and completing. That doesn't mean you can't set too many goals for yourself or like have enough to do all the time, because I make lists all the time, and I have lists of things I want to get done, and I never finish the whole list like whenever I want to finish it by, but that's just because I have so much on it that it's really not possible. But it doesn't bother me because I know that I can continue on, and it keeps me motivated to get stuff done, rather than having like less on a list and getting it all done and then wasting much of time. But at the same time, if you're one of those people that has so much to do that you do none of it, then I would say set reasonable goals and less of them. I don't set like a billion long-term goals because it's just not going to happen, and then you don't feel successful when you complete some of them and not all of them. So like long-term goals and bigger goals, I set less of those. But like as for like to-dos and stuff, a lot of times I have tons just because it keeps me motivated to get done, even though I might not be able to complete them in the time frame I set for myself. It keeps me doing a lot more in that time frame than setting less and having a bunch of extra time. Okay, so that's basically it for today's video. I hope that everybody enjoyed it. Maybe you learned something new, or you got an idea, or you left me an idea in the comment section. But anyway, thank you for watching. I think that's everything, so I'll see you guys next time. Bye!